Record storage options. Every organization, no matter how big or small, has confidential files that they need to store for a number of years in order to satisfy all state and federal records retention requirements. If you're looking to store long-term confidential files, you have three options. You can store them on-site in your own storeroom, rent a self-storage unit, or use a full-service records management company. Let's examine how each compares when it comes to security, service, and cost. First, we'll look at on-site storage at your company facility. Many organizations store their confidential files on-site in their own storerooms rather than with a full-service records management company because they think that giving up control will put their files at risk. The truth is, your confidential files are far more likely to be compromised while under your control. Consider these office security facts. About 70% of company information theft is committed by insiders like disgruntled employees, temps, minimum wage workers, as well as employees who are experiencing financial problems or abusing drugs. Employees are 15 times more likely than customers to steal from a business. The workplace is the most likely place for identity theft to occur. It takes, on average, 2 years for office fraud to be detected. Employee theft cost businesses $48 billion last year. And documented security breaches have resulted in over 65 million confidential files being compromised each year since 2005. Of course, even honest employees can put an organization at risk when they leave file cabinets and storeroom doors unlocked or leave stacks of confidential documents on their desk or next to the office shredder. Many organizations simply do a poor job of communicating what type of information needs to be kept confidential, and some either don't have or don't strictly enforce written policies and procedures designed to protect confidential company information. The reality is that unlike full-service records management companies, where information security is their business, most companies are understandably too preoccupied with all their other business-building activities to give information security and record storage the focus it deserves. Unless your organization has its own dedicated records management department, there really is no service with on-site storage because the person who needs to access a record or box of records has to get it themselves and then refile it when they're through. And when multiple employees are involved in this process, it can lead to misfiled records, misplaced boxes, and messy storerooms. Now let's consider on-site storage costs. You might initially think there are no costs associated with storing confidential files on-site at your own facility. However, to get the true cost of on-site record storage, you need to ask yourself three questions. 1. What is the cost per square foot of our record storage area? 2. How much employee time is spent every day trying to locate, retrieve, and refile stored records? And 3. If we weren't storing files on-site, could we use the storage space to either directly or indirectly generate more revenue for our organization? Once you have the answers, you'll have a better understanding of your actual record storage cost. Your second record storage option is storing at a self-storage facility. When it comes to security, many people are under the misconception that confidential files stored in a self-storage unit will be safe because their files are protected by a padlock and a key. But the harsh reality is that thieves with a bolt cutter or a cutoff saw can snap your padlock in a matter of seconds, and when they do, they'll have access to all your stored confidential information. Some theft from self-storage units are actually inside jobs because most self-storage companies don't require their workers to pass pre-employment background checks and ongoing random drug tests as a condition of employment. And as you might expect, employees with a criminal record or a drug habit are far more likely to steal confidential files for financial gain. If you think it's rare for files to be stolen from a self-storage facility, consider this. According to Digitech, the leading security systems provider to the self-storage industry, 1 out of 3 self-storage facilities are either robbed or vandalized each and every year. If you don't believe Digitech, just do an internet search using the keywords self-storage break-in or self-storage theft to read about the experiences of customers who have rented a self-storage unit. And if your files are stolen from a self-storage facility, don't expect their insurance to cover your losses. Most self-storage companies don't offer any insurance protection, and the few that do provide protection that is so limited it won't compensate you for the lost business and bad PR that could result if your stored files are stolen. Now let's consider service. A self-storage facility is a self-service option where no actual services are provided. That means there are no shelves for your files, no emergency file access during non-business hours, no file indexing or file tracking method, no file delivery or refiling of your records, no document imaging or scan-on-demand services, no pest control inside your storage unit where rats, mice, and insects can nest in file boxes and destroy your records, no notification to inform you when files no longer need to be retained, and no way to shred files that have outlived their usefulness. Simply put, self-storage facilities offer absolutely no service. And remember, if you choose a self-storage facility, there will be added liability that comes with having one of your employees drive to your storage unit to lift and move boxes every time you need to retrieve a file. Now, since self-storage facilities offer poor security and no service, you'd think that the cost would be considerably less than a full-service records management facility. However, when you consider that you need to rent an entire storage unit, regardless of whether or not you fill it with boxes, and you also have to purchase your own shelving, the cost of renting a self-storage unit is, on average, 30% more than a full-service records management facility. And if you're not happy with the security, service, or cost of a self-storage facility, don't expect to get your money back. Because when you rent a self-storage unit, there is no money-back guarantee. Now let's look at a full-service records management facility like SK Record Storage. Keeping your confidential information safe and secure is what we do best. Our facility features 24/7 video monitoring from 16 security cameras, motion detectors, alarms, and keycard access to storage areas, all designed to ensure that the bad guys can't steal your confidential files. We also perform pre-employment background checks and drug tests, as well as ongoing random background checks and drug tests, all verified by a third party. Since we began storing our first customer files in 2007, we have taken these critical security steps each and every day. That's why we can boast a perfect security record of over 100,000 files stored, 13,000 files delivered, and 0 customer files compromised. When it comes to service, SK Record Storage offers a number of advantages, including computerized file indexing, document imaging and scan-on-demand services, same-day file delivery for all files ordered by 10 a.m., $2 million in general liability insurance coverage, protecting you from any misuse of the confidential information contained in your records, detailed chain of custody records of all your files with our computerized barcoding system, and upon your written approval, we'll even shred your stored records. We've already noted that even though SK Record Storage offers higher security and a full array of records management services, our cost is still 30% less than a typical self-storage facility. The reason we compare so favorably on cost is that unlike self-storage facilities, we don't make you rent a whole storage unit. We charge by the cubic foot, so you only pay for what you actually store. We're also so confident in our security, our service, and our prices, we give all our new customers a 90-day money-back guarantee. That means, if you're unhappy with us for any reason during the first 90 days and decide to remove your records, we'll refund 100% of your storage fees, no questions asked. For more information about our record storage service and to find out how you can get free pickup and put away of your stored files, just give us a call at 1-855-EZ-FILES or visit our website at skrecordstorage.com.